अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप सो आप लोग खैरियत से होंगे। वेलकम टू द वीक 6 लेसन प्लान वीडियो लेक्चर्स। इनफैक्ट अभी हमने जो है वो वीक 6 के जो लेक्चर प्लान है उसको डिस्कस करना है स्टूडेंट्स। दिस वन इज अबाउट सॉफ्टवेयर रिक्वायरमेंट एनालिसिस. This basic video lecture or video session, our week 6 lesson plan is about software requirement analysis. As you know from the lesson plan's point of view, what are the learning objectives regarding this session? We have to see students to understand the concept of software requirement analysis. That is the basic purpose of this lecture. We have to understand the concept of requirement analysis, software requirement analysis, and in which we have to study about the concept of SRS, that is software requirement specification. Generally, again, that is the basic part of software requirement analysis. Then understand the concept of, there are different types of software requirements that can be, we can say, functional requirement. Another one is about non-functional requirement, and another one is about domain requirement. So these are the three basic, we can say, requirements are software requirement types that we have to study in detail, and how we can fit in your project or from your project point of view, final year project point of view. This is what we have to understand. This is what we have to study right now. So these are the learning objective for this session, students. Now next video पे हम चलते हैं. Next one is about, next slide पे, sorry, last week lecture को हम थोड़ा summarize कर लेते हैं. As we know, we have studied about software development life cycle, that is SDLC. Basically, software requirement analysis is the part of SDLC, and we have already studied about SDLC. Now we want to study about the software, you can say, requirement analysis. Then we have studied about software different types, process models. And then next one is about, we have to understand how SDLC affect the performance of any project. कैसे अफेक्ट करता है किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, किसी भी एक्टिविटी के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. एंड देन वी हैव टू कंपेयर इट विद द डिफरेंट मॉडल्स का कंपैरिजन करके. एंड देन वी हैव स्टडीड अबाउट हाउ इट यू कैन से इम्प्लीमेंट फॉर योर फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट. ये तो हमने SDLC के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से लास्ट वीक में हमने स्टडी किया स्टूडेंट्स. And this week is about requirement analysis. Now, what is requirement analysis? Basic requirement analysis are requirement process, requirement in the software life cycle, the essential requirement process. So requirement in the software life cycle, it's the essential requirement process. What is the requirement? That can be what versus how. That means what and how you have to do anything, or how you can implement the requirements. Machine domain versus application domain, we have to find out what are the different types of requirements. We have to find out implementation wise. Again, we have to find out whether it's implementation wise, machine domain hai, application domain hai. So requirements find out karni hai, just like we have function requirement, non-functional requirement, and so on. And next one is about, we can say, so these are the non-functional requirement, notations, techniques, and method. What will be the elicitation methods and techniques, and modeling techniques and method? This is what we have to. That means overall we have to, you can say, analyze the requirements of our software, right? So that is about, we can say, requirement analysis. Now, requirement, when we are talking about requirement analysis, then we have to study in detail how all these things possible. That means we have to, in detail, we have to study all these process. So now next one is about, what is requirement analysis? It's the bridges system. It bridges the system analysis and software design. So it's like, you can say, in which we have to analyze the system and software design. What will be the first, we have to analyze what will be the system, and then we have to, you can say, design the system as according to the requirement of the, or as per the analysis of the system. So first we have to analyze the system, then we have to design the software as per the requirement of that system. So that means from this we can find out system and designing is very important, right? So requirements provide software designer with representation of information and functions easily translated to data architecture and interface and procedural design. So generally requirements are very important through which we can design our, you can say, software. And requirements provide the basic data, like we can say on the basis of source of data, or on the basis of which we can design our architecture, our interface, our procedural design. So that is about, we can say, requirement analysis. Then we have to go onward. When we have to go onward, requirements provide means to assess the quality. Another very important thing when we are talking about requirements, when we are analyzing the requirement, it provides means to assess the quality. Again, it's very important through which we can, when we are, like we know very well, माशाल्लाह आप लोग 8 सेमेस्टर में हैं, तो रिक्वायरमेंट एनालिसिस के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी आपको पता है, आप ये सेशन ऑलरेडी भी हम ये चीज़ें स्टार्ट में क्लास में डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. सो आपने रिक्वायरमेंट एनालिसिस के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जब हम बात करते हैं, तो यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट कि आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या क्या हैं एक प्रोजेक्ट के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट्स. एंड व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट रिक्वायरमेंट एनालिसिस, तो स्टेप बाय स्टेप वी हैव टू एनालाइज आवर सिस्टम, आवर रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ द सिस्टम, एंड देन वी हैव टू बिल्ड आवर डिजाइन आवर सिस्टम. So it provide how to assess the quality of the system. Again, accordingly जितनी आपकी सिस्टम रिक्वायरमेंट्स, आपकी डोमेन रिक्वायरमेंट्स, फंक्शनल एंड नॉन फंक्शनल रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्लियर होंगी, on the basis of then which you can say make your system in a proper way, so through which we can assess the quality of the system. Now next one is about, this one is about the requirement analysis process. Now student, this one is about requirement analysis process, is about planning, analysis, design, development, testing and implementation. So these are the different number of phases or stages regarding requirement analysis process, and this is what we have to, you can say, study in detail, or this is what we have to see how it will goes on. So requirement analysis process kya hai usme, this is the basic thing that we have to analyze. So this one is about requirement analysis process, and this one is about our first session. हम requirement analysis process को next video clip में discuss करते हैं. Thank you students.